FilmoraPro Video Editor. Advanced editing, effects, and motion graphics made easy. This series of tutorials are going to show you the basics of editing in FilmoraPro from start to finish. Hi everyone, my name is Johnny, and in this tutorial we're going to get familiar with the FilmoraPro interface. We'll create a new project and get familiar with screens, containers, panels, and workspaces. So, as soon as you open up FilmoraPro, this is what you'll see. This is the home screen. On the right side, we have a list of projects we've been working on. If this is your first time using FilmoraPro, you won't see any projects here. On the left side, we have two options to get started with. We can create a new project, or we can open an existing project that we've been working on before. In this case, we're going to click on the Create New Project option. This will take us to the edit screen of FilmoraPro, where we'll be doing most of our work. The third and last screen is the render screen, which we'll talk about more in a later tutorial. We can navigate between these three screens by going up to the menu bar, clicking on View, and selecting the screen we want to work with. Or we can just hold Ctrl or Command while pressing 1, 2, or 3 on our keyboard. Let's go back to our edit screen. As you can see, the edit screen is divided into rectangles. Each rectangle is a container, and each container will have at least one panel inside it. These panels have different uses, and they can be identified by the name on the top left. In FilmoraPro, we have 11 different types of panels. The media panel is where we'll import and organize all of our footage. The trimmer panel is a monitor to preview and cut individual footage. The editor panel is the timeline where all the editing happens. The viewer panel is the monitor to see the results of our edit. And the controls panel is where we'll modify the properties, transformations, and effects of our clips. When a container is selected, it will show a purple line at the top. When a container has more than one panel in it, we can click on the panel's name to select it. We can only see the information of the selected panel in each container, and some hotkeys are dependent on that selected container. If we click and drag from the edges of these rectangles, we'll resize each container. The contents inside every container will auto-adapt to the new size. If we click and drag from the top of the container, we can relocate it next to another container. We can do the same with panels by clicking and dragging from the title name on the top. We can even drop the panel inside another container. We can float our panels or containers by right-clicking on the empty space on the top of the container and clicking on Float Container, or on the title name to float the panel. This will release the container or panel free to be located anywhere, even on a second monitor if you have one connected. If we click on the X mark next to the title name, we can close the panel. To bring back a panel that we've closed, we can go to the menu bar on the top and click on View, Panels, and then select the panel we've closed to bring it back. Or we can unselect the ones that we want to close. We can choose from different workspaces or customize our own workspace in FilmoraPro. If we click on the toolbar and go to View Workspace, we can choose one of FilmoraPro's pre-made workspaces that are optimized for specific tasks like audio, color, editing, and more. We can also create a custom workspace by arranging every panel and container in the way that we want. Then go to the menu bar and go to View, Save Workspace. Choose a name for your new personalized workspace and hit OK. And from now on, it will be available in the Workspace menu. So that's an introduction to the FilmoraPro interface. To learn more about editing in FilmoraPro, make sure to check out our other tutorials in this series. There's no limit to what you can make.